Hey, what's up, fam? Things are starting to get a little bit better with Seven Deadly Sins again, but I'm not gonna expect for that to last because it looks like they're heading back to where all the main story is, and it's gonna get back to the fact that Mills de Rosa has been destroyed, and the villain of choice that I think practically anybody that would be reading the series this far in, at least that I've talked to, wanted him to be, the final villain. So I'm gonna. It'll be mentioned a few times in a few other videos, just out of saltiness. But let's get to this chapter, chapter 284 for Seven Deadly Sins. In this chapter, right after they figured out how the Demon King's power is reversal, so he's healed by damage and he's damaged by healing. Essentially, that's essentially the thing for it. When he goes to attack them again, which they could have literally just, blocked it or done something, but well, it was a good idea for Ban at the time, for Bon, because he didn't know that the Demon King could turn off his powers, and then he ended up actually healing up the Demon King. So then he was good to go, good to fight again, and that kind of ended up screwing over the entire plan because then he got a hold of Bon, and when Meliodas had the chance to leave, he decided he went back to obviously help his comrade, and they ended up continuously fighting the Demon King, throwing attacks around. Melly's still trying. The Demon King's like, "How could you betray me? How could you betray your dad?" Melly's like, "You're not my dad." It's some of it seems I don't know, when you think about it in some areas, it is like it's like you gotta get an emotional teen drama. Poor Meliodas just doesn't. His dad just wants him to love him. Meliodas just like, "Get out of my room, Dad! Stop!" I don't know. I think it's a little funny, but I I'm not looking for stuff following this after it was like you aren't using your real powers, Meliodas. Because if that's the way he's gonna defeat the Demon King, then for one, why is it that he didn't before and he hasn't been used this whole time? There's been way too many times where Meliodas, throughout the series, Meliodas has been like, "This isn't my true power level," and then he's like jumps up, and then it's like, "Oh my God, now he's strong enough to trash everybody," and then that somebody stronger shows up, and then rinse repeat. And the Demon King, I feel bad for because he's been set up for a pretty mighty position. He's got this design of looking like a Wrath of the Lich King Frost Giant from World of Warcraft, and I don't know, he's getting that treatment that I kind of said and saw him as is kind of just like he's just a big scary villain guy, and that's why I didn't want him to be the main villain. Like like when you have a character who's just like powerful and intimidating, you gotta keep him powerful and intimidating. You can't have him this like shortly into everything of like showing him to the readers, have him like on his knees getting pushed around, and then I mean he fights back after in this chapter after he turns his power off and they fix him. But if they didn't do that, he was apparently so hurt that he's like on his knees and he needed that heal. Whatever. Now he was talking about how the only person that could inherit his throne was Meliodas, but he's got to get rid of the emotions of him. And while he was getting ready to, what I actually really liked is I compared this to the chapter where Bond had that fox dude that like I guess raised him a little and kind of gave him like training as well, I guess when he was young. And when he sacrificed himself for Bond to live, it was supposed to be like an emotional chapter, but from a reading standpoint, I was just like, why should I care about this dude? We got it. We literally got learned about him last chapter, and there was nothing we really cared about much for him. But with Wild, actually, the little pig guy, you find out like you get a good amount of time at least to get used to his character. You know that the characters have been with each other for the last 60 years straight. You know his whole thing of like wanting to find his brother, that being his whole goal. He's literally been doing it for 8 million years, just trying to locate his younger brother, failing, doesn't give up. And in this situation, he's like, well, these guys know my brother. They can go and see what he's doing, and they're his friends. as well as I want to help them as well. And when he goes and sacrifices himself for them, I think it feels a lot better for characters and from a reading standpoint of actually caring about this little guy. And even though it wasn't like a big emotional scene, something like I think one of the best points from all aspects would be something like when Jiraiya died, because I think it was done probably one of the best in terms of uh, like big shonen series from a reader standpoint of watching it go down, and then something from a character standpoint, something like when Ignil died and how Natsu took it. But I don't know. I think it was all right here. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. I'd say it was a pretty good way to handle the character. Pretty good way to get the audience caring. And actually feel like it was pretty sad. This poor pig went down. So anyway, next chapter looks like it's gonna be a break. Next chapter is called What Lies Ahead. So it looks like they're gonna get back and see what everything's kind of been up to. But they're really gonna just show up and it's gonna be Mel Starosa. And I'm yawning. I'm sorry. Sorry for the random yawn. They're gonna show up and they're gonna be like, "Oh, cool, you guys solved everything over here." I feel like it's gonna be the Meliodas with all the commandments versus the emotional Meliodas, and so the final battle. Like, how could we have a final battle? Meliodas is so OP. Like, what if we had two of them? Genius. But I don't know. Seven Deadly Sins. Get yourself together, buddy. I've been following you since you came out. I'm hoping you pick up. I was rooting for you for a while, but things are starting to fall down. But we'll see. So this chapter was I'd say it was all right. It wasn't great, it wasn't terrible, but it followed some bad stuff and it set up some more bad stuff. So, but that's all in the past and a theory in some ways. I doubt he's got the whole like Meliodas use your real power, even though we're this far in the story thing. Could potentially be good. I think it's gonna be a shit show, but we will see. We will see. So tell me in the comments what you think about this. Are you all right with the fact that Meliodas gets a new power every 10 minutes, like, and it's always revealed? Oh, here's his real power level. Or are you okay with it? Or are you not okay with it? Do you like the story? Did you like Male Starosa or not? I sure did. But anyway, maybe if you like my content, check out my other videos. Do mostly manga stuff, Fairy Tail Eden Zero and Black Clover. Soon to be reviewing the Radiant anime when it comes out later this week. And I'm going to be doing a live stream on this Wednesday. I feel like I completely forgot the fact that I'm not going to release this Seven Deadly Sins video today. I'll probably do it actually tomorrow or Thursday, but whatever. Yeah, if you're subscribed, thank you very much. If you aren't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening. Bye.